It's all rough cut. Oh, here we go. It's our Christmas episode. And I'm waiting for coffee. I'm waiting for my hat. I'm waiting for my... Well, there's a hat. There's a... Oh, jeepers. You know, and I've got coffee. You know, 'tis the season for giving. And here we go. And Brandon's there too.
Merry Christmas.
And we've got... Look at this hat. Or hats. Can you see our Christmas elves in the background singing? Thank you. Merry Christmas. Here we go. We've got a wonderful panel for you tonight. First letter tonight that we're discussing on Christmas. They're all Christmas themes tonight. I'm not being facetious. What does Christmas mean nowadays? Well, we'll see what the panel have got to say in just a moment. What good... Oh, it's a letter to Santa. What good did you do me when I was a child? Oh, sad, sad, sad. And the last one, before we have all of our panellists seated and not singing, and you'll notice they were all wearing very Christmassy attire, is this one, the joy of giving. Imagine the collective improvement the world over if every one of us just did what? Stay tuned, sweet and sour, Merry Christmas, coming up right now. Don't go away. Ho, ho, ho.
Got a problem, big or small, would a miracle be nice? Our motley crew is back, churning out advice. You might even laugh a bit in the following half hour. Park your backside on the couch, 'cause baby it's time for Sweet and Sour. Right here on Sweet and Sour.
Pour some sugar on there, baby.
It's time for...
My kids are like, we're going to do an Olympics.
Oh, we're on! Oh, we're just singing Christmas carols and chatting about Christmas Day and all that sort of... Merry Christmas, everyone. Welcome. There's a Christmas humbug that just got stuck in my throat. Gary Mitchell with you for the next half hour. Terrific to have your company. Let's meet our lineup for our Christmas show. Hello, Bid.
Hello, Mitch.
How are you, sir?
I'm fortunate to be at large,
Were
Mitch.
you wearing were you wearing those all day?
Yeah, well, it looks like reindeer.
What are you doing for Christmas?
I'm staying near an aircon.
Oh, of course. Very clever. Oh.
Indeed.
Smart. Deanna.
You did it.
You did it. You did it. Hello, Deanna.
Hello, Mitch. How are you, love?
I promise not to call you... I will call you Deanna from now on. I'm good, darling. What are you doing for Christmas?
Sleeping in this
Oh,
year.
I like doing that too.
Normally we have this massive Christmas breakfast, but
Yeah.
my mum's overseas visiting my sister and her family for Christmas, so we actually get to sleep in. She normally knocks on the door at like 6:30 with a Christmas Carol CD and some big dangly earrings.
Oh, at 6:30 in the morning?
At 6:30 in the morning, but no mum this year. Hi, mum.
Save up and
So,
send her away
yeah.
next year as well. Oh, yeah. What are you doing, Suzie?
My kids and I, and partner and other kids and whatever, we are doing a mini Olympics. We're going to go out on the river in the morning and have some breakfast, and then we're going to do a mini Olympics of pool, table tennis, darts, water polo in the pool, which means the kids kill us, bulls. So we're all going to play games all afternoon.
That sounds like a very energetic Christmas.
Well, it probably won't get all that way, but that's the aim right now.
Oh, man. When do you eat amongst all of that?
Oh, no, we eat all day.
All day?
All day. So, no, it'll be good. I mean, the problem is that I can be easily beaten in all those games when I've had a few drinks. So, therefore, I really have to try and temper myself.
What are you doing for Christmas?
Oh, I'm off to the casino.
Well done.
Oh, there we go. Didn't gamble too well with that one. No, we're off to the buffet. At the,
Very nice. Very nice.
So you go and do a bit of a gamble?
No, I'm not a gambler.
Oh, really?
So you won't be going up there and throwing a few Christmas dollars the way of the casino?
No. James
Good
Baker,
for you.
unfortunately, will have to get some other funds for his divorce too, or separation from Mariah Carey, not my money.
He's not going to get their ring back either, is
No.
he?
He said he'd give
8
it to
million.
her. He said he'd
And the
give it
ring
to
as
her.
well.
She needs it.
Yeah.
Here we go. First
Now
Christmas
she's going
letter.
for 50 million.
Cashful Christmas. Dear Mitch and panel, what does Christmas mean? I'm not being facetious. What does it mean nowadays? When I was in primary school 40 years ago, at Christmas time we had a nativity scene, sang Christmas carols, gave Christmas cards to our friends and teachers, and learnt the biblical story of Christ born in the manger. Oh, sorry about that. I have a problem with the notion that you can't wish people a Merry Christmas anymore because you must say Happy Holidays in case you offend non-Christians. I have a problem that my grandchildren don't have any Christmas cultural activities at school anymore. I have a problem. This lady's got a lot of problems. It's a man.
mean.
I have a problem that my local council now refuses to put up Christmas decorations in the areas. Oh, you'll have a bit to say about that, Jono. I have a problem that we're forced to be downsizing Christmas to as small and as quiet as it can possibly be in our society, except for commercial interests. In the commercial arena, Christmas must be as big as it possibly can be, simply because the spending dollar is the most important thing that there is in our world. In short, it's now Christmas for the dollar's sake, not the sake of the beautiful philosophy of love thy neighbour and turn the other cheek. Panellists, in wishing you all a Merry Christmas, how do you suggest we go about shrinking the commercial side and growing the true meaning of the birth of Jesus? Comes to us from Christopher of Cronulla in New South Wales. Suzie, you're first up on that one.
Well, Christopher, my first thing to you is don't be so bloody proper. You know? Proper. Because you're worried about upsetting people by saying Merry Christmas. I have an office filled with different nationalities and we celebrate every day. So it's happy Diwali, happy whatever, happy this, whatever, you know. I think I do agree with some of the things that Christopher says.
Like?
In the sense, well, when my kids were in primary school, someone complained and there was no more nativity scenes. That was, so they did it for 1 year, and then after that, through the whole primary school, they were never allowed to do another nativity scenes. They did bunny things, they did whatever, and that really gave me the shits, to be quite frank with you. And then, and so I think when you're talking about, when you're talking about commercial side of Christmas, I agree totally. And I think
that's up to the individual.
It is.
You don't have to be sucked in, make a decision.
No, I know, but also I think about all the retailers out there, so this is their big time. So I sort of feel a bit bad for them.
I'm a retailer.
Oh, yeah,
Feel sorry for the retailer.
But I honestly think that celebrating the joy of your family is what it's all about,
Jono,
and eating great food.
Come on in.
Oh, yeah, Christopher. Look, I think personally you're a bit of a misery guts.
Misery guts?
Oh, absolutely.
Big
What
time.
a misery gut. Here you are, complain. Christmas is what you make it, okay? You want to be jolly and happy and all that sort of stuff? Be jolly and happy. Go and do your own thing. Who gives a stuff about what anybody else thinks? But instead, you're worrying about what everybody else thinks. Make it jolly and cheerful for yourself. I 100% agree with you that we shouldn't take away the meaning of Christmas, and people shouldn't be afraid to use Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that stuff, all that festivity type stuff. But personally, just need to get out and, you know, create a bit of own fun. Get a wacky hat or something like that. Have a little bit of fun yourself, and don't worry about what anybody else thinks. As long as you're happy, as long as you're festive, who cares?
Very attractive. Well done, Bid.
Well, I reckon amen, Christopher. I'm not a Christian, but yeah, look, I completely agree with him. My problem is that there are 3 Christmases these days. There's the first Christmas, the one that we're not supposed to talk about, the PC thing, as if changing the language is going to change the attitude. It's the attitudes you want to change, so leave the damn language alone. There's the second Christmas, which is the festival of the cash register. That starts with the Christmas in July sales, and it goes all the way through, to after Christmas. So my idea, you said, how do you stop that? I reckon you pass a law that says if anybody mentions Christmas or a Christmas-related product, that product has to sell for half price. That'll stop the retailers using Christmas. And I think the third Christmas, and the important one, is the one you talk about, is the life of Jesus Christ. I'm not a Christian, but surely atheist, Jain, Hindu, Buddhist, whatever, we can agree with the principles. So, yeah.
Ooh, very good advice. Deanna.
All right, stick with D.
Stick with D.
It's probably the easiest thing
It's
in the
your
world.
fault.
Fourth word of the alphabet, man.
That's what she told me.
I know. I remember my school results.
It works. So, I think this whole true meaning of the birth of Jesus thing, like, I'm not Christian, right? And I don't know that many people who are, to tell you the truth these days.
You just believe in Santa, don't you?
I did until someone told me he didn't exist anymore, ruined Christmas for me. Not really. No, that's not the truth. Look, I reckon walk the talk. Or talk the walk.
Yeah.
It's walk the talk, right?
Yeah.
If you're really up for that whole love thy neighbour, turn the other cheek, stop obsessing over how Christmas should or shouldn't be and just enjoy yourself.
Just do it. Relax. We're going to go, when we come back, we're going to be talking about Santa.
Yay!
Whether he's a good influence or a bad influence. What are you doing over there? When we come back, more of Sweet and Sour. See you soon. Merry Christmas.
I'm going to actually turn the switch off. Switch off.
There's a button there and there's a button.
Getting in touch with Sweet and Sour is easy. Just head to sweetandsour.net.au to send us a letter. And while you're there, why not check out our past episodes? Plus, don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And for a behind-the-scenes look at Sweet and Sour, check us out on Instagram.
And the movie we're sending you to this week is The United Kingdom, courtesy of Natalie Cameron and NRC Communication. There it is up there. And we're going straight into letter 2, which is called Hyper Humdrum. Dear Santa, What good did you do me when I was a child? You traumatised me when my good-hearted mum thought she was doing the right thing year after year and dragged me off to the shopping centres to sit screaming on your lap and have the annual Christmas snapshot. You made me suffer all the anxiety that a little kid could on Christmas Eve, worrying whether I'd been good enough in your eyes throughout the year to receive a wonderful gift. And you made me suffer the greatest indignity in front of my friends when I was the last to learn that you lied to me. You never even existed. You're a horrible piece of misplaced folklore. Geez, this really impacted on this poor kid, didn't it? You're a horrible piece of misplaced folklore who served no good purpose. You and your influence should be exiled to the North Pole. Have I missed something good in silly old Santa panellist? Writes Lisa of Melbourne in Victoria. Okay, Bid, she missed something?
Oh, absolutely. I've always loved the story about the dyslexic heavy metal musician who sold his soul to Santa. Think about it. Look, I don't know whether Santa's real or not. Look, I think we should cut him some slack because he only comes once a year and it's down a chimney. But Lisa, if Santa did exist, I think that he would say that he represents hope and excitement, and expectation and reward.
Have you ever played Santa?
I have, just now. Briefly. No, seriously, I think that the idea of Santa's worth a lot more than what you're giving it credit for, and you can't send him to the North Pole because apparently global warming is going to take care of that. So
Isn't he already there
cut
anyway?
him some. Exactly, he's already there.
where he lives.
So cut him some slack.
Was Santa a wonderful thing in your life? when you
Yeah,
were
for
growing up?
sure, absolutely. But
Me too.
I
I loved
reckon
him.
Lisa's got it all wrong. You know, you can't blame folklore for being folklore. Blame your mother if you want to have a go at anyone. She's the one that dragged you to the shopping centre. She's the one that told you about Santa in the first place. And she told you that he wasn't real way late, obviously. You're still writing letters to him for crying out loud. I don't think it's that
Yes,
big.
dear Santa.
Oh my God, come on.
Good on
If
you,
you
Lisa.
want to have a crack at anyone, I reckon have a crack at your mum. She's responsible for the trauma that you suffered as a child.
Maybe we should be writing back to Lisa and sign it from Santa as well. Maybe that's what she
Well,
wants.
I want to say, I don't agree. I was in a situation where a very long story.
what?
Basically, I had to be told that Santa wasn't real when I was 4.
When you were 4?
When I was
had to be
4,
told?
I had to be told because I was in
What
a car outside a pub on a New Year's Eve when my dad went in to get alcohol and someone jumped in his car and drove me down the street. So anyway, I screamed and it was at the pub and all these people came out. Anyway, so anyway, so this is a
That's
lot.
so mean.
But the thing from that moment on, I couldn't go to kindy if a man in a fire suit came in. I couldn't go anywhere where there was anything. So I was so paranoid. I remember absolutely being paranoid that someone was going to come and get me from the chimney, and Mum and Dad had to tell me. So I've never not really known.
Well, the question for you is, what did you do when you had kids? Did you tell them about Santa?
I didn't. Of course, I talked about Santa, and I did the Santa game,
How
and
old
we
were your
had
kids?
carrots.
How old were your kids when you told them?
19. No.
Is one of them named Lisa? And do they live
No,
in Victoria?
no, but that could be just a lie. That's my daughter writing from England right now. She's 19.
She's in England. She going to be in England for Christmas?
No, she's coming home for Christmas. Hopefully we'll get some presents from her. She's been there for a year. No, I really didn't. And it was really, I was so paranoid. The kindy used to ring and say, hey, we're getting a police officer to come and talk to the kindy students. As a, like, well, this is what you can do. Can you keep Suzie home? She's gone beside herself.
Being kept home at Christmas.
Hey, honestly, jeez, what a miserable piece of work you are, Lisa. An absolute miserable piece of work.
She's living in Malvern, Victoria.
I have to say, I quite enjoyed going and sitting on Santa's lap, and I did not find that homoerotic. Just let you say. But there's a lot of talk tonight about Santa coming once a year down a chimney, hoing. Very homoerotic tonight, really. But yeah, I think you are a bit of a miserable, nasty person, and I think you just need some joy in your life. Get some joy in your life. I won't tell you how to get the joy, but just need a bit of joy in your life, I think. And I think Santa's a wonderful thing, really. And I remember last
She's
year,
missing her childhood. She's missing her childhood. That's not fault.
I got to be Santa last year.
God help us all.
Exactly, at the markets. And I had one girl follow me around the entire market. She had made a brownie for Santa. and she chased me around until I ate the brownie. And my beard, exactly. I said, "Oh, thank you very much." And I put the brownie in my mouth, and the beard went into my mouth as well. And of course, I'm there trying to get the beard out, and because there's all brown stuff on the beard, and I was just a sight not to be seen. But Santa is very, very good, and you just need a little bit of joy, Lisa. A little bit of joy.
I'm not sure you should have said homoerotic and I was Santa on the same show. Actually, I'm not sure that's your vote.
I said when I was younger, when I was sitting on Santa's lap.
You felt homoerotic.
No, I said,
This is not getting better.
It's not going to get any better.
It wasn't homoerotic.
Okay, stop now.
Did you enjoy your Santa experience?
Stop now.
Not when you were younger, when you played Santa.
I don't think I'll do it again.
Meow.
I don't think I'll do it again.
Have you done Santa?
No.
You haven't done Santa?
No,
You done the Easter Bunny?
I do lots and lots of voices of Santa. But yeah.
Voices. Okay. We got to go. When we come back, more Christmas. Don't go away. Merry Christmas, everyone. See you after the break. The joy
That's
of
the
giving.
End of your Santa. That's the
Guys,
end of your Santa.
what happened with the time?
Time for Sweet and Sour. Right here on Sweet and Sour.
Welcome back, straight into the last Christmas letter, the joy of giving, dear Sweet and Sour. Christmas is about giving. In a world that increasingly seems to be seduced into behaviours that exclude any thought of human dignity and care of our planet, I'm convinced that the only way we can improve our lot is to improve ourselves. Imagine if each of us evolved into the better person we want to be. Imagine the collective improvement the world over if every one of us improved just a fraction in our thoughts and behaviours towards one another. The effects would be incredible. So this year, in the spirit of real giving, I'm gifting to myself and of myself some things that will benefit all around me. The two gifts I'm giving myself is permission to pick up and dispose of rubbish anywhere I see it as I walk along, and secondly, to say good morning or afternoon and acknowledge every person I see or walk past. I wish to ask each of the panellists, which two gifts would you give yourself in the first instance to help make the world a better place? Merry Christmas, Anne of Nollamara in WA. Oh, isn't she lovely? All right, Jono, two gifts.
Yes.
Anne wants to know.
Well, indeed, Anne, and look, I have to say, you're a godsend, Dan, and heaven forbids I use the word God. Look, in all seriousness, not very often I'm serious on the panel. I'm in a very fortunate position where I get to go to a lot of functions at Christmas time. There are people doing it very, very tough. And in fact, after every function that I go to, I collect the unopened food and go around and drop it off to the homeless people living in the streets. So obviously that's one gift that I like to be able to do, because obviously I'm in a position of privilege and there's other people doing it tough that I believe should be able to share in the spirit of Christmas.
Jono, can I just ask a question? You as mayor, you know where the homeless people are, so you know you can beeline straight down to it, do you?
Generally, or it's not hard now. Unfortunately, it is very tough in society now. A lot of people are just doing it, just sleeping on the streets, so you can drive around and you'll see people in alcoves of shops and stuff. So I go around and give them, the unopened food and stuff, so obviously they don't
That's
get
a wonderful
poisoning.
thing. Well done.
So that's the first thing, and secondly, obviously the gift of love. I'd love to hand out. Everybody should be happy and joyous and have somebody special in their lives, and I think far too many people don't actually have anybody in their lives. So to give people the gift of love as well.
So you're going to give the gift of love?
Well, I try to everywhere. The gift of joy, the gift of enthusiasm.
Specific person?
Oh, well, I give love to lots of people.
I want to know, is there going to be a restriction? How far do you go with that sort of...
Well...
We won't worry about it. We'll think about it.
Exactly.
This show could be
Come on, Suzie.
Yes. In the afternoon. Stop now.
What are you going to give?
Well, I think, if we're talking about what I'm going to give to myself first, is because I agree with everything. I think that's a fantastic thing, taking unopened food around, and it should be done more. I'm going to listen and breathe.
You're going to
Listen and breathe.
How does that help anybody else?
Listen
It
and
helps
breathe.
you.
Well, it
Listening
helps
is
me
good.
and it helps all the people that are around me.
Yeah.
And listen and breathe. Because sometimes.
What's the breathe mean?
Well, the breathe is just to relax and to have time at this time. We've been really busy at work and it's very stressful, got a lot happening. To actually breathe in the festive season so that I can really enjoy my family and friends and breathe.
And you said listen as well. Does
Well,
that mean you don't listen?
Well, I think sometimes when you've got kids and you're working, you don't have time to listen, and so the break
Charge
gives
ahead.
you the opportunity to sort of have time and listen to what they've got to say over a period of time and breathe. And breathing
breathe.
helps that. But I also do other things, which is take suitcases of clothes to shelters. That's a different
Deanna,
Yes.
what are you going to do? You didn't like this letter. You told me during the break.
It's a little bit naff because if you have
Naff.
to wait till Christmas or New Year's, it's like the resolution thing. If you have to wait till Christmas or New Year to decide that you're going to do good things for the world, you're a bit of an idiot.
But it's about to yourself. It's a
Yeah, but
gift
it's
that
to
you're
make
gonna
the
give to yourself.
whole world better. Like, this is something that you should be doing day in, day out, your whole life.
What are the two things that you're going to do?
Well, I already do lots of, like,
It's cumulative though. So if you do two things this year and you keep them going forever,
Except
and you
what
do
I'm-
two
what I'm
things next year,
suggesting, Mitch, is that you don't need to wait till Christmas to make these choices.
I get that.
If you want to be a good person, you want to, and I think everything that everyone's saying is awesome, right? You know, taking food to homeless people, delivering clothes to shelters, making those handbags full of sanitary stuff
But
for
you're
women on
saying
the
don't
streets.
wait for
Don't
Christmas.
wait for Christmas.
Don't
do
wait-
it yesterday.
don't-
do it a year ago.
don't
do it
wait for
the
New
middle
Year's
of next year.
resolutions.
No, do it straight away.
Yeah, but sometimes you need to stop at this time.
Sure,
And I
well,
think
if you
because-
need that,
and particularly
awesome.
if you've got kids, so much money is spent on things that are literally mainly
Yeah,
wrapping
totally.
and boxes. So this is to take that back and to step back and go, okay, I'm going to do something specifically in the gift of giving.
Bid,
Well,
come on,
yeah,
insert.
meh.
I think this is a wonderful letter, and it's predicated on Gandhi's be the change that you want to see in the world. And I think you talk about collective improvement. I think the most fascinating thing is that the age of enlightenment brought a lot of things, science, technology, health, etc., but it hasn't raised the consciousness of man or the spirit of man, whatever you want to call it, one whit, one jot, one scintilla. So what you're suggesting just might. What I would wish for the world is peace, because that's where our better angels lie, and balance, because there's so much information out there at the moment. Information is just data, and unless it requires human intellect.
Peace and balance.
You need to sift it, balance it, challenge it, test it, then it becomes wisdom. So it's no longer information, it's wisdom, and the world really needs wisdom. And for myself, I would give myself the gift of, and hopefully this would improve the world, I would give myself the gift of kindness, because I think that's where our better angels lie, and bravery, because I'm fundamentally a coward. And I think that there's a saying, the reasonable man goes along with the status quo, therefore all real progress depends on the unreasonable man. I want to be that person who stands outside, the brave man who stands outside and makes changes.
Is bravery an easy decision to take? Do you just decide to be brave?
I'm going to decide to be braver. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Well, do you like this letter to give away the pair of limited edition sunnies?
I like all of the letters, and it's
like all
Christmas.
of the letters?
Some of them are homoerotic, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
You want to
I want to give.
you
it-
want to
I
blow
wanna
the
give
expense
all
account
of them. Yeah.
and
that's right.
give it to everybody.
I do.
I back it.
You back it as well?
I back it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All those in favour?
Susie? Oh.
Don't do that because
There
you're
we go.
No, to me.
Oh, no. We've got a no. We've got a no from the mayor.
I'm sorry, Lisa. You deserve to be as miserable as you are. You're getting nothing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The look how miserable her letter was.
I thought you were all for the gift of
Oh, I
loving and giving and
am.
stuff.
Except
Is
we're
it the
still
gift
so
of
negative.
yelling?
They just can't see past their own negativity and narrow-mindedness.
The mayor is all about fiscal responsibility.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
The majority rules.
Oh,
Exactly.
majority rules. They're going out to everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody at home. Merry Christmas to our panel.
Let me see if I
It's been marvellous this year. Thank you very much for staying with us. We've got one more episode next year. What's that racket over in the corner you're on? Oh my goodness. Stay safe. Have a wonderful Christmas. To all of you at home, thank you very much. Stick with us. Next year we're still here. And hopefully you'll have a wonderful, safe Christmas. Thank all of our wonderful panellists. Thank our terrific crew on this Christmas episode. And thank you on this Christmas episode to all of you for watching. Good night, everybody. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye. Bye.